The Galactic Council had seen many species rise and fall. The Zephyrians with their plasma cannons that could melt asteroids. The Krylix with their quantum disruptors that bent reality itself. The Vorthak with their bioweapons that consumed entire ecosystems. Each had announced their arrival with grand demonstrations, holographic displays of destruction, and detailed technical specifications broadcast across every civilized world. Then came the humans. Ambassador Kethvar of the Zephyrian Empire shifted uncomfortably in his exoskeleton as he reviewed the human delegation submission for the third time. The document was sparse, laughably so. "This cannot be correct," he clicked to his aide. "They list only conventional kinetic weapons and chemical propellants. No energy ratings, no destructive yield calculations, no molecular disruption capabilities." His aide, a younger Zephyrian named Veltar, pulled up the humans' previous communications. "They were asked specifically about their military capabilities, Ambassador. This is all they provided. Do they take us for fools?" Kethvar's mandibles clacked with irritation. "Every species provides detailed schematics during the integration process. It's protocol. From across the vast council chamber, High Counselor Threnx of the Krylix Dominion materialized through quantum fold. Her translucent form flickered with barely contained energy. "The humans refuse our standard weapons assessment protocols. They claim their defensive capabilities are adequate." Adequate? The word escaped Kethvar like acid. The Zephyrians hadn't conquered half their galaxy by being merely adequate. The newest member of the council, General Vox of the Hegemony, leaned forward. His cybernetic implants whirred as they processed data. "Perhaps they're primitive. Their ships use chemical rockets. Chemical, like something out of our archaeological records." "Primitive species don't achieve faster than light travel," Counselor Threnx observed. "Their technology is inconsistent. Advanced in some areas, seemingly backward in others." "Then they're hiding something," Kethvar decided. "Schedule a demonstration. If they wish to join the council, they must prove their military worth like everyone else." The message was sent to the human fleet, hanging at the edge of the Nexus system. The response came back within an hour. "Acknowledged. We'll be happy to participate." No bravado. No threats. No detailed list of what horrors they would unleash. Just acknowledgement. The demonstration was held in the Kalos system, a dead zone containing nothing but asteroids and cosmic debris. Perfect for weapons testing. The Council's most advanced sensor platforms recorded everything from a safe distance of 10 light minutes away. The human fleet arrived exactly on schedule. 12 vessels of varying sizes, none particularly impressive by galactic standards. Their largest ship, apparently, called a dreadnought, was barely half the size of a standard Zephyrian battlecruiser. "Begin whenever you're ready," came the transmission from the human Admiral Sarah Chen. Her voice carried the same matter-of-fact tone as their earlier communications. "Very well," Kethvar responded. "The target asteroids are designated on your screens. Please demonstrate your weapons capabilities." What happened next would be discussed in military academies for centuries. The humans didn't fire exotic energy beams or deploy reality warping fields. Instead, their ships spat metal. Simple, crude chunks of dense material accelerated to significant fractions of light speed. The first asteroid, roughly the size of a small moon, simply ceased to exist. One moment it was there, the next it was expanding clouds of superheated plasma and debris. "Kinetic kill vehicle," Admiral Chen's voice came through the comm. "Tungsten penetrator magnetically accelerated. We call them crowbars." Before anyone could respond, the human ships had shifted targets. Smaller asteroids began disappearing. In sequence, each struck by projectiles that hit with the force of nuclear weapons but left no radioactive signature. "Impressive," General Vox admitted. "But kinetic weapons are old technology, easily countered by proper shielding." As if hearing him, Admiral Chen's voice came through again. "Deploying cluster munitions." The humans targeted a massive asteroid field. Thousands of rocks ranging from pebbles to small buildings. Their ships fired what looked like simple rockets. But as these missiles approached the field, they split open like deadly flowers. Thousands of smaller projectiles scattered across the entire field. Each one found a target. In the span of 30 seconds, several cubic kilometers of space were swept completely clean. The missiles think, Admiral Chen explained casually. Each submunition has its own guidance system and target acquisition. We adapted the technology from something we originally used for clearing minefields. Counselor Threnx's form flickered more rapidly. Show us your defensive capabilities. The humans obliged. They launched a series of targets, apparently decommissioned, ships, and then proceeded to demonstrate their point defense systems. Streams of projectiles filled space around their vessels like deadly rain. Every target that came within range was shredded by walls of metal moving at impossible speeds. Phalanx systems, came the explanation. Each gun can track and engage multiple targets simultaneously. Rate of fire is approximately 4,000 rounds per minute per barrel. General Vox ran calculations through his cybernetic implants. The resource consumption must be enormous. We bring plenty of ammunition, Admiral Chen replied. There was something in her tone, not quite amusement but close. For the final demonstration, the humans asked the Council to choose any target in the system. Kethvar selected a massive asteroid with a dense metallic core, something that would challenge even Zephyrian plasma weaponry. The human dreadnought turned slowly until its main guns bore on the target. The weapons looked almost primitive, simple metal tubes, though admittedly very large ones. Main battery firing, Admiral Chen announced. The shells took nearly 30 minutes to cross the system. The Council watched their progress on long-range sensors, noting that the projectiles were accelerating for most of their flight. When they hit, the asteroid didn't just explode, it splattered. The dense metallic core that should have absorbed the impact instead became part of an expanding cloud of molten metal, stretching across millions of kilometers. Depleted uranium penetrators with variable yield nuclear charges, Admiral Chen explained matter-of-factly. We accelerate them continuously using magnetic fields built into the barrel. By impact, they're moving at approximately 12% of light speed. The Council chamber was silent for a full minute. Finally, Counselor Threnx spoke. Your weapons are brutal, inelegant, but undeniably effective. We prefer to think of them as honest, Admiral Chen replied. Point them at something, pull the trigger, target stops existing. No exotic physics required, no complex energy matrices to maintain, just physics and engineering. Ambassador Kethvar found his voice. You could have told us this during the initial assessment. You could have asked better questions, Admiral Chen responded. You wanted to know our capabilities. We showed you our capabilities. But the technical specifications are classified, Admiral Chen interrupted. Just like yours are. We don't share detailed schematics of our weapons any more than you share the quantum resonance frequencies of your disruptors. General Vox leaned forward. Why didn't you boast about these capabilities? Every other species announces their military might. Admiral Chen's response came without hesitation. Because we learned a long time ago that if you have to tell people how dangerous you are, you probably aren't. We prefer to let our actions speak for themselves. The silence that followed was broken only by the soft hum of life support systems. Motion to approve human membership in the Galactic Council, Counselor Threnx said finally. Seconded, General. Vox added quickly. All in favor? Kethvar asked, though he already knew the answer. The vote was unanimous. As the council session ended and the various delegates began to disperse, Kethvar found himself reviewing the footage of the demonstration again. Brutal, inelegant weapons that turned advanced physics into devastating simplicity. He made a mental note to recommend that Zephyrian space remain very, very friendly to human interests. After all, the humans had made their point quite clearly. They didn't need to boast about their weapons. The battlefield had done all the talking necessary.